to the Jane Mack Show on Transformation Talk Radio. I'm your co-host, Nancy. We have Benny in the studio. Hey, Benny.
Hi, ladies. How are you? Good to see your shining faces.
Yes, we wish we could see your shining face.
I'm shy.
I know, yeah. Oh, there we go again. And then, of course, we have the woman of the hour, Mary Jane Mack. For those of you who don't know about Mary Jane, she's a holistic intuitive. She has an office in Issaquah, Washington. However, you do not have to live in the state of Washington, as we have clients all over the United States and including Europe, the UK, and Spain. Mary Jane does the TAP system, the accelerated performance system, which is a way of muscle testing your body to find out where your deficiencies are, recommends a whole food nutrition product which gets into the body, repairs it, supports it, and brings it back into balance. And yes, this does take some time. Not an instant quick fix. Think about how long your body's been out of balance, so you may need a couple of weeks or a month or so to get everything working and back into balance. So today we are putting ourselves first. We're trying to think of a topic, and I think everybody doesn't put themselves first. And if you don't put yourself first, how can you be a provider for those around you, your loved ones, your children, your pets, whoever that may be? So with that, Mom, would you like to take it away?
Well, thank you, Nancy. Yes. You know, I just got back from Orlando. I was at a Master Circle meeting and a Winner's Circle. I'm a member of the Winner's Circle. And
what's the Winner's Circle? You keep telling people that, but people don't know what a Winner's Circle is or the Master.
Okay, the Master Circle is a chiropractic management group. It's to help chiropractors be the best they could be in their practice, to help others and to teach them about the latest technology. They work with the top-notch guys in the field who have like state-of-the-art equipment and who have amazing results taking care of the most difficult people out there. I work with chiropractors who are taking care of people who are in severe pain, who can't walk, who can't do anything, they can't leave their house, they're suicidal. And in 5 months, they can get them out of that terrible crisis and back into society again. And of course, it continues. It's not just 5 months and they're better, but they're dramatically better. And then from that, they continue to improve and get better. And people come to her from, it's Katinka in Arkansas, and she sees people up from all over the world. They come. And then there's Dr. Kyle Daigle. He's in New Orleans, not New Orleans. He's in Louisiana, and he sees people from all over the world and the most difficult cases with amazing results with the technology and the work that they do. And what I really love about all these people is there is no ego. They give the credit to God and they work for Him, and that's why they're so blessed to be able to help so many people. So that to me says a lot.
All right, so I just want to say, we all know Mary Jane is not a chiropractor, but she is the only non-chiropractor who's actually been invited to join the Master Circle. She was in the Master Circle for a year, and then she was asked to be a member of the Winner's Circle. So that's pretty impressive as well.
Yeah, the Winner's Circle is invitation only, and it's a small group. There's about 20 people in there, and again, I'm the only non-chiropractor. And then last year, in November, I received an award at the Master Circle for Citizen of the Year and for a leadership award. So and Nancy was able to be there at that meeting in Orlando when I received that award. And it was a total surprise to me when they called out my name. And so it was pretty exciting.
It was very special. I was actually there to surprise her, so she didn't know I was coming. Unfortunately, the hotel was super small, so I was holed up in my hotel room for 2 days, or a day and a half. But it was a special event, and it was very impressive. And I was glad I was able to be there to share that moment with my mom. So, but it's the winner circle also is that's your coach. Everybody has to have a coach. Mary Jane is a coach to all of her clients. So Mary Jane has a coach, and I think we've had Mary Jane's coach on the radio show before, and that's Dr. Bob Hoffman. So everybody needs a little help to put themselves first in order to do what we all do, which is take care of people, take care of each other, our family. You know, for me, I take care of our clients the best I can. Take care of my family, my mom, my dad, my dog. So if we're not taking care of ourselves, there's going to be a problem, because eventually we could start to break down, get sick, things can go wrong, and then who's going to take care of all of our loved ones? Nobody.
Well, and the other thing is, by having a coach, I talk to my coach every Monday morning. It's like resetting you, it's re-energizing you, it's keeping you on track, it's reminding me where you're going. And it's like I do with my clients. It's like they're so busy and there's so much stress today and fear, tons of fear. So it's about keeping people on track so they're not off worrying about crazy things, instead of focusing on what you want, where you're going, your family, and what's best for you. So a coach, I call myself a chief wellness officer. And my job is not only to help you with nutritionally with your body, but I also do the neuroemotional technique. I do cranial release technique. I do work with the Resimex and the brain tap, and we have light technology. So we have lots of tools in our box to be able to look at you from different directions and see what your body may need. It's never one size fits all. Everybody's different. Yes. And what I love is what we're going to talk a little more about today is emotions and how they affect the body. I've had several calls about little, like 2-3-year-olds, and also 8-9-year-old kids, and they're angry and they have all kinds of issues. And you can do the nutrition on them, but it comes from an emotional component. The parents will say, well, how do they get like this? Well, this 8-year-old boy, well, I said, well, when I muscle tested, found that when the baby was born, it was a very traumatic birth. So I asked the mom, how was your delivery? But she said it was awful, was terrible. She had all these complications. She couldn't see the baby right away. So you have every memory from the time you're conceived. And so even intrautero, for example, if somebody's pregnant and they don't want that baby, the baby picks up on that emotion. Or if the mother's worried all the time or stressed, baby picks up on that. So you have to look back when kids have issues, where does that come from? And so once you can identify it, then once you release the emotion, then they can get better. For example, another little one that's 3, I worked on, he's out of state, so I had his chiropractor work on him and do light technology and do some things. And he got better, and then he started having an issue again. And that issue still went back to the same thing, the bile duct, which is anger. And didn't sleep at night, just fought sleep, was angry all the time. And so now we worked on that, releasing the emotion through the mom. And again, this was another traumatic birth. So releasing the emotion, and so the body, so this little one could start to heal and not be all inside. The nervous system was over the top. And that's why you release the emotion, you release the stress, and then you could do other things like the Resimex to fine tune the body and get the body in balance.
Exactly. All right, time for us to take a short break. You're listening to the Mary Jane Mack Show on Transformation Talk Radio. We'll catch you on the other side.
All clear.
We remember a time when you could simply form a thought and it would manifest. The harmony was forgotten, but it is returning now. The Power of Inspiration and Awakening Radio with Juliet Griffin on TransformationTalkRadio.com each second and fourth Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific will take you on adventures through the heart and spirit, exploring who we once were. This intuitive healer studied under the guidance of wolves, learning from their wisdom to master a higher frequency for a new state of mind. Visit OneTrueSelf.com.
Tune in to the hit show Us, critical conversations on the challenges of our time with me, Dr. Krista Lee Crane, on TransformationTalkRadio.com every fourth Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific. Listen while we focus on the intersections of truth and justice as we learn how to coexist, pushing our social transformation to the next level. Become true stewards of the justice that is needed in our world. Learn more at preventionagenda.org. That's preventionagenda.org.
Are you looking to gain wisdom and commit to discovering your best self? What does success mean to you? With authenticity, integrity, and compassion, Mita Johnson helps guide you in working toward your unique vision of success. Mita is a spirit-based intuition lead and success coach. Work with Mita to uncover your unique life purpose. Schedule a free discovery call with Mita at personalwisdomcoachingnow.com.
Are you ready to put down that drink or drug for good? Are you struggling to maintain your recovery from addictive behaviors? Do you need help with a family member or loved one who's in early recovery or battling addiction? Get the help and guidance you need by arranging a recovery recharged phone session with me, Ellen Stewart, Pushy Broad from the Bronx, certified life and recovery coach. Call 1-800-889-1757. Make an appointment today or go to my website, pushybroadfromthebronx.com, and click on the link that says Recovery Recharged. Don't wait. Get the help you need today. This is Ellen Stewart, Pushy Broad from the Bronx on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Have you heard about shifting the collective vibration and consciousness on the planet? Join me, Kimberly Barrett, on the Sharing Love and Light show every first and third Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern at TransformationTalkRadio.com to explore the depth of vibration and consciousness on our planet and learn how you can shine your love and light. To learn more, visit SharingLoveAndLightShow.com.
Y'all ready to come back? All right, stand by.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Mary Jane Mack Show on Transformation Talk Radio. I'm your co-host, Nancy. We got Benny in the studio. And then we have the lady of the hour, Mary Jane Mack herself. And at break, we were talking about lately, I've got a barrage of appointments for Mary Jane. Helped some of her master circle people sell their houses. They weren't selling. And so they called and had appointments with her about, what they needed to do, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, everybody's house started selling right away. And then we got a barrage of appointments for new houses. So if you have a question, it could be any question at all. It could be a question, a personal question, it could be a career question, house question. I say take advantage. But I would like to say we had a lovely new client yesterday. I loved her to death. She only wanted to come in to get a CRT, a cranial release technique. She was just a joy. And
she came a long way. She came a long way.
From Port Townsend to come and just get a CRT. She was delightful. And she also got checked for nutrition, and she also got the NET done. And by the time she left, she was just blown away. So I loved her. Anna, if you're listening, thank you so much. It was just a pleasure meeting you yesterday. You have a lovely spirit. So, but it's about, the CRT, how important is that for your health too? And Mary Jane's talked about that, getting your cranial bones unlocked so that everything can flow, and that's part of health too, along with the emotions. And we were talking about the emotions and how We're all born with our parents' nutritional deficiencies and our parents' emotions that they put on us when we're in utero. So luckily, I think I came out okay.
Well, and even yesterday, and why we're talking about the emotions, because I've had so many people lately, and so many young people, teenagers, who have some serious health issues and who have done it all and been everywhere and not gotten an answer, and feeling can't eat. Young gal, she can't eat. She's been like that a long time. So when she came in, I mean, the other thing is I follow the body when I do the muscle testing, and I do exactly what your body tells me at that time. So sometimes the main issue doesn't usually shows up the first time, but there are times when have to do a few other things before that deeper issue shows up. So when she came in before, she only had a few visits, but she was still struggling, not feeling good. And then she came in yesterday, and we did some more work on her, and the body work, and also the tapped into her emotions. And that's how we found there was some things. Her birth was very difficult also. So it's like going back, because the mom couldn't understand, well, how do they get like this? You know, people think when babies are born, they're just always perfect. And that's not true. Babies go through the birth canal, their cranial bones can get jammed, and then they need to be released. And that's why chiropractors, they're usually right there in the delivery room, and they're adjusting those babies as soon as they're born. So, you know, babies might need to be adjusted, so then you prevent chronic illnesses and conditions that they have. And when babies are adjusted, it's very gentle. So, I mean, it's very simple and easy to do. So, but it's about going on and getting all these diagnoses, all these medical feedback. And I mean, people put labels on you. They don't know what it is, so they make up something. I mean, it's like, and then they say, oh, I know of several other people that had that diagnosis. Well, where does it come from? They don't know what else to call it. So they make up something and put it in a category. And it's like, sometimes it's crazy. It really is.
Well, then you live with that label instead of, you know, now you've got that label. Some people, unfortunately, are proud of their label, but there is an answer. There is, you know, some people think they're actually crazy, but you're not crazy. You just haven't gotten the answer. And what Mary Jane does is she's able to tap into the body to find the answer. It was like Anna yesterday when she left. She said, "Oh my God, you're so lucky to have your mom." I said, "Well, it's a gift and a curse." Yes, it is a blessing, but at the same time, you know, people hold on to these labels, and you don't have to have that label. There are answers. And like I said earlier, the person Mary Jane was talking about, she was ready to quit after a couple of weeks. And I had sent an email encouraging her to do whatever, you know, we support you, whatever you want to do. I said, but it took 18 years to get there. So it's going to take more than 2 weeks to get you out of that crisis. Because again, your body only shows the number one thing that needs to be taken care of first. If you don't take care of things in order, you're never going to get better.
You don't have the same results. You have to, and what I do is it's not about getting you out of the crisis and a quick fix. Sometimes it's easy for me to say, oh, this is not complicated to somebody. And that may be to them misleading in a way because they've heard so many negative responses that it's really hard for them to believe that this could be not that complicated after how complicated their lives have been for such a long time. And at the same time, I know I always have this knowing that when I do the testing, and remember, I work for the man above, so he works through me. So when I'm testing, I am always confident and I have clarity and certainty. What I get is right on. I never doubt myself. Never. I take it, and that's what it is. And we go with it. And if sometimes there's little ripples, things will come up and I'll think, well, isn't that interesting? But it's like there's always could be a little blip in the road, but that you just got to keep going and get through it.
Well, I like to say, what you do is you kind of offer people a lifestyle change. Instead of, there's a lot of people who will go out to the health food stores and grab this, grab that, hear about a new product, try a new thing, but you actually give everybody's body what they need. So you don't have to be out grabbing random products at different stores. So you end up saving people money, and you end up giving people exactly what they need for their body. Like, what I need is not what you need. So it's, what she offers is a very special service, and she's the only one really in the United States that does this. And she's a gift. And when you hear her Master Circle people talk about her, because I've gotten some text messages from them, it's truly mind-boggling what she can do and how she's honed her gift in. So I always say take advantage. So if you do have a question, call, take advantage.
I love what I do, and it's all I do is follow the body. I'm following your energy. It's nothing to do with me. It's all about your energy, and it's about you getting your energy on track in the right direction so you could stand in your power. It's like, you think about it, when your energy is down and you're not feeling great, think about you as being kind of curled up in a ball, no energy. Well, when you have no energy, that's when the world kind of tramples over you and people take advantage of you. And you're not really looked at as anybody in particular. You're kind of like looked through. It's like when people are like that, I have horses. If I was like that, my horses would run over me. There would be no doubt. So you have to stand tall, get healthy, be healthy, and you have to eat right. You have to exercise. You have to do the right nutrition. You have to have brain fitness. There's things that you have to do in order to be on that path. But once you're on that path, then the world is yours. Then you will draw it to you. Then you change your energy, and you could stand tall. And what I tell people is expand your energy. It's like feel your energy actually pushing out away, so that when you walk in a room, everybody knows it's a positive. When some people walk in the room and the lights go out and they're not very good. So and as soon as they leave, the lights come back on. So
it's like throwing the stone into a lake, the ripple effect. So that's what you want to see when you walk into a room. You want the ripple effect to be positive, energized. It's like we had a client, and I said, so, what are your plans for the weekend? She's got this confirmation I have to go to. There's exes going to be involved and blah, blah, blah. I said, you just walk in that room like you own it, girlfriend. I said, stand tall, stand proud, and don't let people push you around. There's so many people who are afraid, but if you stand tall, have fun, show up, make an impact.
But if you're a victim, that's the results you're going to get. So you've just got to, and it's like you got to step from this circle to that circle, and just feel that energy fill you up, and it changes your life.
It does. And hey, if you're having a hard time doing it, become an actress or an actor. Step into a role and rattle everybody's cages in a positive way. Instead of going, make it a game. Make it a game and make it fun. But don't let people walk all over you and push you around when you have to go to certain events where there are difficult people that you're really don't want to spend time with.
Well, and the other thing is be better than them and have that energy. Like, hi, how are you? Talk to the people you want to talk to, but use energy to change people. Because when people see that energy, they don't know what to do. If you don't have it, they're going to push you aside. So again, it's like, have fun. Life is too short to go somewhere or else don't go. But if you go somewhere and you feel worse than before you went, then that's not a good thing.
Well, the other thing is you can't let people allow how you feel. I don't think I said it the right way, but you don't take on other people's crap or negative comments or things about yourself. Don't draw that to you. I think everybody has the ability to stand up, stand proud, have fun, be kind, be compassionate, and have big energy. And then, like Mary Jane said, all those good things are just drawn to you. Then you draw the people you want to you. You draw, maybe the house to you, better job, more money. So be big, be happy, and have fun.
If it is to be, it's up to you. And it's like everything that happens is what you create. You create your own reality. And it's time to spend more energy on making that reality exactly what you want. Because it's all about certainty and clarity. And the more you have that, you draw to you. If you're always thinking about the negative, that's what you're going to get. So think about what there is in your life. And think about, okay, I need to do some motivational listening, listen to Wayne Dyer, do some positive music, something that's uplifting, and then write a list of what you want in your life. What gives you joy? If you don't know what you want, then you write, what does that feel like? What would it feel like to be in the best job ever? Like happy, successful, abundance. Never put a dollar amount on it because that's what you'll get. You want to think big and draw that to you.
All right, I want you all to think about that. You are listening to the Mary Jane Mack Show on Transmission Talk Radio. Time for us to take a short break. We'll catch you on the other side.
All clear.
Are you ready to expand and move forward and create the love in your life that you truly desire and deserve? Specializing in consensually non-monogamous and polyamorous relationships, Elizabeth Cunningham works with all people who want to expand and grow the love they have in their lives. Contact Elizabeth for more information on love coaching and applying for her online course, Love Deeper, at elizabethcunningham.com.
Have you known that you're on a soul path, but often wondered why you don't have the insight of how to go from here to there, or whether or not what you're doing is going to take you to where you want to go in your soul's journey? Damayanti is the show for your soul. Damayanti speaks to your soul, connects with your soul, and shines a light for your soul. Damayanti, the show for your soul with Sarah Main, brings you insights and a pathway to your soul's journey on transformationtalkradio.com.
Are you having difficulty feeling at home in your own home? Join Annette Rigolo and Dr. Pat in Enlightened Environments, Optimizing from the Outside In, as they present a deep dive into the various vibrations of the earth, along with man-made energies that impact our lives. Using the diamond dowsing method, we will utilize specific vibrations to elevate our own homes to support us and expand us with their energy. Join us every third Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Time to make your home home.
Are you ready to experience full body system wellness? Tune in to the Empower Me Show with Pam Bright, a spiritual toolbox for your life. Embrace the fullness of who you are as a spiritual being, having a human experience. Pam Bright is a multi-dimensional healer, light language channel, energy intuitive, and spiritual transformation coach. Join her for a rich conversation about how to unlock all your spiritual gifts on Transformation Talk Radio.
Tune in to Awaken Your Magic Within, reveal unconscious systems to discover your unstoppable freedom power. Join me, Tracy Lynn Wallace, on TransformationTalkRadio.com the first Tuesday of each month, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, to gain insight, direction, and tools to uncover limiting beliefs.
Get ready to step into your unstoppable power to discover and uncover your magic within.
Stuck in a roundabout of dysfunction? Stop circling around difficult issues and find out what's been holding you back. Learn how to speak your truth to power with host Dr. Kathy Obear. Create real change with smart tools and smart strategies. No frills, no fluff, just life-changing conversations to help get you where you want to be. Extend your reach and become an agent for real change with Kathy Obear. For more information on Kathy and her work, please visit drkathyobear.com. That's drkathyobear.com.
Ready to come back? All right, stand by.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Mary Jane Mack Show and Transformation Talk Radio. We are talking about putting yourself first today. And along with putting yourself first, we're also talking about emotions. We've had a lot of clients this week who have had some emotions pop up. So Mary Jane has been doing the NET, the neuro-emotional technique, and we've talked about that numerous times. It's about identifying the emotion. And once you identify it, then it can be released from the body. Otherwise, if you just hold on to it, then it creates chaos in the body, as I like to say. So it could be your gallbladder, it could be a train wreck, your bile ducts, then you get angry, ticked off, resentful. Talked to some of my clients yesterday and they said, yeah, I don't get it. In my gallbladder, I know it's resentment. I'm not sure what I'm resentful about. Or they say, there's so much to be resentful about these days. So it's about Mary Jane saying before we went to break about expanding and if you don't know what you want, right, how does it feel? How would it feel to be in a good job? I've been doing every night, writing at least 3 things I'm grateful for. And they have to be different. I can't keep doing the same one. So when you think about it, there's a lot to be grateful for. I'm an avid brain tapper, and I know on one of the meditations I listen to, it's like, be grateful for your heart beating. You know, be grateful that you're able to breathe. Be grateful for the smaller things. It doesn't have to be huge. Be grateful that somebody actually let you in traffic-wise. I mean, showing gratitude also changes how you feel about yourself and can change the world.
Well, there's with Resomex, it's the same thing. When you're using the Resomex, which is a vibrational technology that works on your nervous system, like the brain tap, to balance the vagus nerve, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic and the hormonal nervous system. And so with that technique, Sherrick he brings in, as you're working with it, he'll have people, and as I do now, think of what you're grateful for, and they get better much faster. And now Sherrick has developed or introduced a technique, an emotional technique, using it's not using the Resomex, but a technique using this stretch band and putting yourself in a position. Yes, you use the Resomex on the weaker side, the less dominant side of the body. And there's certain position you go in, and it's like incredible for releasing old trauma. So if you've had a trauma that could be a death in the family, it could be an accident, it could be anything that's really, overwhelming. So when you do this technique, it's pretty amazing. We at the seminar this weekend, he did it on several people. And I've seen it done before. You repeat the technique several times, and each time you do it, each step you do it, it changes the energy of it. You can score it from 0 to 10 when you start. And like some people will have like back injuries or backaches, other things that interfere with them getting well because of the emotion. So there's NET, and now with this technique that Sherrick does, it's great for releasing those deep trauma emotions. And it always ends with a session of what are you grateful for? And when you end with the session, what are you grateful for? It just boosts the whole process and changes everything. It's pretty amazing.
It's powerful stuff. I think it's very powerful. I think there's so many of us, we don't think about what we're grateful for. There's so much anger in the world. There's so much
fear
in the world. There's so much uncertainty that let me just say this. There's way too much negativity and not enough positivity.
When you see people driving in their car with their windows rolled up, I mean, I'm just saying it doesn't matter whether up or down, but their windows are up so nothing can get in, and they're wearing a mask, that's fear. What are they so afraid of that they can't be alone in a closed area and not have a mask on? So it's like there's more to just trying, people can wear a mask. I'm not against that wherever they are, if they're in crowds. But when you're alone and you have to wear a mask, that's an issue.
Well, I see people walking in the streets, there's no one around and wearing a mask. And it's kind of like, what is it that you're so afraid of, instead of breathing the clean air, boosting your own immune system, and just being free? It's like Mary Jane said, what you fear is what you create for yourself. So whatever you think about, you're drawing that to you. So wouldn't you rather draw things that you're grateful for to you? Wouldn't you rather think of positive things to draw to you, to, get your magnet out and start bringing those things in, instead of the fear that's out there and everywhere?
And the other thing is, there's so much COVID going around now anyway, whether you're vaxxed or not. And the whole idea, though, is, are you healthy? Because if you're healthy, you probably are only going to get a mild case. And even if you're vaxxed, and that doesn't mean that you're healthy if you haven't taken care of things going on in your life. For example, if you get COVID and you've already got issues, those are the people that are still going to wind up in the hospital or wind up with lung issues or other things, because they already had it, and the COVID just pushed them over the edge. The people who are like all of my clients, those people that got vaccinated, they got COVID, but it was a very mild case, but they had nutrition support for their immune system before and during. So they continue to boost themselves and get through it very quickly.
Well, even some of our clients who chose not to get vaccinated had very mild cases of COVID.
Yeah,
absolutely. Because your immune system's already built up. You don't have a compromised immune system or health issues. So, and then we have a lot of clients who are vaxxed and boosted, and they all got COVID. And what happened? They got angry. They're very angry because they thought they were protected. Well, you're not 100% protected. We can only do so much. But why did they get COVID? Did they draw it to them because of fear or what? Nobody wants it. But if you get it, it's not the end of the world. I mean, there are things you can do to have mild cases. We have a lot of new clients who have, experienced a lot of health issues after having COVID. So Mary Jane's getting them back on track, getting them, getting their immune system boosted back up. So it's
So it's it's like there's so many people out there that could use our help and get you on track. It's like in this world, the stress is so there's so much stress, chemical, emotional stress that's out there, environmental, that it just wipes out your brain. You can't, it's very difficult to get above that. And that's why what we do, we're looking at all those different areas of your life and covering that to get you on the path to wellness. And it's not, once we get you on the path, it's about how are we going to keep you there? What do you need to do to stay there? It's not a 3-month program. This is a lifetime program. And I have clients started with me in 1992 that are my clients. And during COVID, most of them called every month just to stay on board. And otherwise, they're every 2 or 3 months, right on regular timing, just to maintain that and make sure everything's stable. And it's great. It's wonderful to see once we get you locked in how you can maintain that. And then if you have an issue, all you have to do is call us and get an appointment.
But at the same time, you have taught people what they may need to do when, if they're on vacation or out of the country or whatever it is, or they're experiencing something. People pay attention to their bodies. It's kind of like, I know when I get super snacky, I know my gallbladder's off, because I'm not usually a super snacky person, but my gallbladder's off when I want to eat all day. So then I know, all right, I either ate something or went out to eat, something wasn't good, didn't agree. I get on the nutrition, get myself back on track, and because I'm pretty healthy. Then a few days, I'm back to normal again. So she's, like she said, the chief wellness officer. She's, there for you to keep you healthy, to keep your, health and immune system balanced and on track. And then she's there if there's an issue. So I don't know. I am blessed that she is my mom, although the curse does come when we go out to eat, or if I want to buy something, she's always like, well, I'm going to score it too. And I'll look at her and say, did I ask you what it scored? Did I ask you what the food scored? No, I did not ask. Sometimes I just want to take a chance and take a leap of faith.
The thing is, it's like so much a part of me. I mean, I walk the talk. There is no doubt. I mean, if it doesn't score good and it's not right, I don't do it. I don't do it. I don't eat it. It's a given. And so I can't. I mean, it's just the way I am.
You can. If we go to a restaurant and she has a bad experience, that's it. That restaurant is off the list. We're never going back again. I'm thinking, well, maybe they just had a bad day. Nope, I'm not going. It's like, oh, for the love of God, Mary, let's give it a try. But not her. I have to score it. I'm scoring everything. So I'm not like that. I kind of do my own thing.
She takes a chance.
I do take a chance. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes not so good, but I take a chance. I'm a risk taker, kind of.
So anyway, we can do NET over the phone. It doesn't matter where you are. I can figure out exactly, because when I'm checking you, I'm testing you for all those things. I can test, and even when I get to the point I feel you need different technology, like the Resumix or the Brain Tap, I'm going to recommend that. I'm going to recommend whatever it is you need, no holding back, because that's why people come to me. They want to know because if they don't know, how could they change and do anything?
Well, and the beauty about the Resumix is that you can come into the office and get a treatment done by Mary Jane. But this is a tool that you should be using every day that can change your life. And it doesn't take a lot of time to do it. The body scraping takes, depending on your size, 2 minutes to 10 minutes. There's 7 points you should be doing every day. And each point is 30 seconds. You hold the Resumix there. Who doesn't have that time to help their body? It just makes it even better. So it's kind of like, then you don't have to keep coming in to get the treatment. You're actually taking responsibility for yourself and getting it done.
And the thing is, you can keep coming in, but the point is, how can you get better faster? And that's my goal for you. It's like, when you have these tools at home, it's going to make a difference for you every day, and the whole family can use them. So that's why, we love when people come in, we can work on you, but it's like, how can you take it further?
Yeah, exactly.
Again, the stress, the emotional, the chemical, neurological, the stress on your brain is so out there everywhere with electronics and everything. You need tools, and you need to know what to do to be best.
Well, and I know I've talked about my dog Paddington, but he absolutely loves that Resumex, and it's really helped him calm his nervous system down. He hates loud noises. I don't know, it could be a simple noise, but sometimes it just throws him into a tizzy. So getting the Resumex out, scraping his body, he loves it. He's snoring within like 30 seconds. And sometimes I'll say, "Hey, Pad, get up, turn over, we do the other side," and he is up and over before you know it. And you cannot carry that around the house. You can't carry it, because sometimes I'll go and I'll scrape Mary Jane's back. You can't carry that around the house, because he gets right in between you and mom, and he's like, "It's my turn. It's my turn. When is it my turn?" So sometimes when he's laying on the floor, I just go ahead and keep it between his legs, his front legs, and let it go. But he would rather have you scrape his body.
I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't, right? I said, she's doing her dog, and I'm thinking, I wouldn't mind a treatment like that. So Resumex is this tool. You can look up resumex.com and Sherrick Peck. We love Sherrick. He's just amazing. But the Resumex, there's so many videos on YouTube. Same with Brain Tap. Tons of videos on YouTube. So the best thing to do is look those things up and see for yourself what they do and how they work. They're both scientifically proven. It's like they're not just a gadget. They're much more than that.
Healing devices for the family.
It's a nervous system. It calms your nervous system down. When you're working on your nervous system, you're working on your brain. And today it's all about the brain. You have to take care of the brain. You have to be physically fit and be nutritionally sound. If you have those, then you're on the path to wellness.
And then you have the emotional technique that Sherrick's developed. You have the NET, which Mary Jane does. So it's like, and again, if she is doing the NET, and it may be a sensitive subject or topic, you don't have to tell her what it is. You just have to think about it, and she's able to muscle test to say, yes, that's it. No, that's not it. So you don't have to share your personal information with her if you don't want to.
And it's the same with the technique Sherrick developed. You don't have to say what it is at all. All you do is think it, and your body doing this. What you're doing with the Sherrick's technique is you're in a position, sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, for this. It's really fascinating. This information goes in, and when you're in a certain position, and it has to do with your breathing and the way you're breathing, and then at a certain part, it disconnects from that trauma, that emotion from the brain. It's just like, again, these guys are geniuses that I work with, and the things they do are so phenomenal that I am very fortunate to be able to help people and pass this on for permanent changes.
Like miracle workers.
Yeah, they're miracles.
It really is a miracle when you think about it. I love doing my brain tap, and when I do it at night, I always have Dr. Porter in my ear as he's doing the meditation. And the best part of the brain tap is if you had negative experiences or you had negative thoughts during the day, at night while you're sleeping, your brain cancels those out. It's able to cancel those out and replace it with positive. So I don't think I would be as good as I am without my brain tap. I love my brain tap. And I love some of them are just music. And those, they have the beats, the tones, the lights, everything that you need to get that brain changed and get those patterns changed, those negative patterns. So,
and when we're talking about the nervous system, it's like the sympathetic is when you're in fight or flight, when you're always running. The parasympathetic is the healing part. And then there's the hormonal system. So when that's the cortisol. So when you're in sympathetic overdrive, your brain can never settle down. You have to have the parasympathetic in balance in order to heal. If you don't have that in balance, you're just spinning your wheels and you're not getting, that's when people come in and they say, how come I keep getting this gallbladder issue? How come I keep getting the same thing? Because their brain pattern is trained that way. And it's trained so well, you keep going back into the same pattern. But with the brain tap and the Resumex, it's changing those brain waves and making a difference. So you change your thinking, but it's because of the different pathways to the brain that are open.
Yeah,
and when you do it 4 to 6 weeks consistently, you have to do it, the brain tap 2 to 3 times a day and do the Resumex every day. 4 to 6 weeks, then your brain starts to take over. Then you could sometimes cut it down to 2 or 3 times a week. Depends, and it depends on what's going on with you and how bad you are. Sometimes you go longer. And once you get on it, you'll love it. So that's not even...
It's the most relaxing thing I have ever had. I mean, it's one of the most relaxing tools. You just feel the stress and the tension in your body leave. I mean,
and
the strangest thing.
Yeah, and Patrick and Michael Porter, they do it 2 or 3 times every day. And in the brain tap offices, when they have a break, it's a brain tap break. They have lounge chairs and all the employees take a 10-minute brain tap break to rejuvenate their brain. And they're very successful people.
Yeah.
Very.
Love my brain tap. Love the Resumex. So anyway, so we kind of head about, so it's about putting yourself first, as Mary Jane said. Go check out Resumex.com. You can check out Mary Jane's website. We've got the Resumex on there. We've got the brain tap. Go to YouTube. Check out Sherrick Peck. There are hundreds of videos for all kinds of different ailments that you may be having. Go to Brain Tap. Go to YouTube and check out to see what actually the Brain Tap does. It's amazing. There's professional sports teams using the Brain Tap. Again,
Alzheimer's, it changes all Alzheimer's in 6 weeks. I mean, you just got to step into it and do it. And some people say, well, I don't have the time. Well, do you want to get well? I do mine first thing in the morning, last thing at night, and I do a 10-minute one somewhere in between. So anyway, it's about change. Stop procrastinating and take a leap for good health. And it's like giving our office a call to help you get on the right path. I mean, that's what we have so many tools and so much good information here to help you. There isn't anybody that we can't help. So Nancy, give a call. Give us our number.
If you'd like to make an appointment with Mary Jane, give our office a call at 888-777-4232, or you can always email us at info@maryjanemack.com. Check out the website. Again, our job here is to make you better. Our goal here is to give you the tools so you can be the person you want to be. We want you, because the more people that we can help, then you in turn will go out and help other people, and we could change a lot of this negativity that's happening. Again, too much negativity. We need more kindness, compassion, and we need to stand in our power and be the people we were meant to be, instead of, meek, mild. I want to be, great. I want to be great for my parents. I want to be great for my niece. I just want to be the best I can be for myself personally too. So,
well, and the other thing is, when you give us a call and you come here, we have information that a lot of other people don't have, and we have a lot of contacts to get the answers to any really difficult cases to consult on. So we're here for you. We would love to see you, and it is all about gratitude. Gratitude is everything, and you should be thinking about that every day. Even if you thought of gratitude every day, no matter where you are, it will improve your health, and it will make you better. And maybe make a list where you're at today and what can you do? What is it you'd like to do that you can't do? Are there things that you can't play with your kids because you're too tired? You can't golf because your back bothers you. Your joints bother you. You can't
garden because you're
garden.
I mean,
what is it that you can't play with your kids? What is your health keeping you from doing that would be important to you. So start looking at it that way. How are you limited? And then how can you change that?
Exactly. I mean, and it can be done. It sometimes it may take a little while, but if you get on the path, amazing things will happen.
Miracles happen every day.
And dreams really do come true. So don't be afraid to dream. It's like we have a sign on our front door because we started seeing limited clients in person again, and there's a sign, mask optional, but it says make it an amazing day. So try and make your day today and every day an amazing day. Mary Jane, you got a few seconds left. Your message, another one?
My message is stop procrastinating. Think about what you want in your life and be clear. Make a